What happens when a nosy HOA president crosses a line she can't uncross? I'm Jake, a quiet guy who bought a cabin in the Blue Ridge Mountains to escape the city's noise. My place was my sanctuary: pine trees, a creek, no neighbors for miles. But Karen, the HOA president of the nearby gated community, had other plans. She decided my off-grid cabin was an eyesore that didn't fit her pristine vision for the area, even though my land wasn't under her jurisdiction. It started with letters. Karen sent official-looking notices demanding I repaint my cabin to match community standards. I ignored the me property, my rules. Then she escalated, showing up uninvited with her clipboard, snapping photos, and muttering about violations. I'd wave from my porch, calm but firm, telling her to leave. She never did. Her entitlement grew bolder, her visits more frequent, each one laced with snide remarks about my shack, lowering her property values. I warned her I'd protect my privacy, but Karen scoffed, claiming her HOA authority trumped my rights. One night, I caught her sneaking onto my property, measuring my fence with a tape measure like she owned the place. That was my breaking point. I'm a tinkerer, and I'd rigged my property with a little surprise for intruders. Motion-activated paint cannons, loaded with neon colors, designed to scare off wildlife or, in this case, overzealous busybodies. I hadn't told anyone about them, not even my buddy Tom, who'd helped me haul lumber for the cabin. Karen, oblivious, triggered the sensors. A blast of fluorescent pink and green splattered her pristine suit, her scream echoing through the woods. I watched from my window, heart pounding, half laughing, half dreading what came next. The next morning, Karen was back, paint-stained and furious, with a deputy in tow. She accused me of assault, vandalism, even attempted murder. The deputy, a grizzled local named Hank, surveyed the scene, then turned to me, eyebrow raised. "This your land, Jake?" I nodded, showing him my property deed. Karen sputtered, insisting her HOA had oversight over all nearby lots. Hank chuckled, shaking his head. "Ma'am, you're not the queen of these hills. You trespassed. He's got rights." Karen's face turned purple, but Hank wasn't done. He'd heard rumors of her strong-arming other landowners, bullying them into compliance. Turns out, Karen's HOA reign wasn't as ironclad as she thought. Here's where things twisted. Tom, my buddy, showed up unexpectedly, revealing he'd been secretly recording Karen's antics for weeks. He'd caught her on video harassing other neighbors, forging documents, even bribing a surveyor to redraw property lines in her favor. Tom had been quiet, playing the loyal friend, but he'd grown sick of Karen's tyranny. He handed the footage to Hank, who looked like he'd hit the jackpot. Karen's empire was crumbling, and she knew it. Her threats turned to pleas, but the deputy wasn't swayed. "You're lucky it was just paint," he said, cuffing her for trespassing and fraud. The fallout was swift. Karen's HOA board ousted her, and the community filed a class action lawsuit for her overreach. My paint cannons? They became local legend. Neighbors I'd never met stopped by with beers, thanking me for standing up to her. The neon stains on my driveway faded, but the story didn't. Karen moved away, her reputation in tatters, her dream of controlling the mountains reduced to a cautionary tale. I kept my cabin as is rustic, free mine. Justice felt sweet, but it left me wondering, where's the line between protecting your own and going too far? My cannons were non-lethal, but Karen's humiliation was public, permanent. Was I the hero or just another guy settling a score? I'd love to hear your thoughts. Did I overstep? Or was Karen's comeuppance deserved? Share your take below.